Archangel Michael says, the night held more than just silence, it carried a warning hidden in pure white. You weren't just dreaming, a divine encounter occurred while your spirit floated between realms. A woman dressed in white appeared at the edge of your vision, and what she tried to say could have changed everything. She was not just a vision but a celestial messenger, sent with urgency to protect you from something forming around you. She tried to reach you 3 times, first through whispers, then through the storm of your thoughts, and finally, by standing right next to your bed. But the message, although powerful, was buried beneath distractions and fear. She held out a silver locket. One that shimmered not with earthly shine but with prophetic weight. Her lips moved, but the words dissolved into echoes you didn't fully grasp. What she tried to say was swallowed by the noise of your worries and the rush of your mind racing toward everything else. This woman in white was not a stranger, her soul had once walked beside yours before you were born. She carries the burden of foresight, the kind that aches when ignored, and trembles when it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may remember fragments, an unfamiliar wind, a candle flickering with no flame, or a mirror cracking in silence. Those were signs she left behind, soft footprints to remind you that the divine is watching but cannot force you to see. Each dream has a meaning, and this one was not random. Archangel Michael says, the message you missed holds the thread to unravel a hidden attack forming behind your back. A woman you trust is wrapping her smile in deception, and the messenger in white tried to alert you before the damage could seep deeper. She wanted you to turn around, look behind your shoulder, and truly see the one pretending to be loyal. Now, the warning has turned into a countdown, and time is not your ally anymore. What was subtle has begun to roar louder each night. You feel the heaviness without explanation and tension around certain people that never used to feel so heavy. Type Amen to get blessing 411. The woman in white appeared again last night. This time, her expression was firmer, more urgent. She pointed toward a door you keep closed, physically and emotionally. She's trying to get you to remember something you saw on the 11th day of last month. A message that came to you in the form of a stranger's words, a song on the radio, or a repeated number you brushed off. That wasn't a coincidence. It was a second attempt to deliver the same message. But because it was dismissed, the storm is growing. A shift is about to happen that could either rescue you or trap you deeper, depending on whether you act now. The woman in white cannot return again unless you show readiness to receive. Type Amen to get blessing 778. This isn't the first time you've ignored such signs. You have a habit of believing only what you see and hear with your earthly senses. But heaven has been trying to bypass the noise around you by entering your dreams. The locket she held? It contains 3 names. One of them is yours. One is someone you haven't spoken to in years, and the last name is the one who is setting you up while pretending to care. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this deception has a deadline, and it's approaching fast. The dream was to stop you from walking directly into it. But without awareness, your steps are already halfway there. There's a meeting happening behind your back involving a financial agreement you're unaware of. Type Amen to get blessing 909. You are being discussed like a product, like a name on a list of opportunity. The people involved see your blessings, your rise, your light, and they fear it, because they cannot match it. They believe the only way to gain power is to take what you've been promised. The woman in white was sent to stop that theft. She tried to awaken your intuition, to re-spark the spiritual gift within you that you used to trust. You once had dreams that came true, visions you couldn't explain, and insights that were never wrong. That part of you is still alive, only asleep. And now, it must awaken. Because soon, you'll be asked to make a decision that seems small, but its consequences stretch far beyond what you can see. Type Amen to get blessing 1194. Someone you know will offer you help in the coming days. It will feel easy, comfortable, even generous, but beneath that kindness is a trap hidden in legal ink and emotional blackmail. The dream you had was supposed to give you clarity, but because it was brushed off, you're walking toward that offer like it's a gift. But the woman in white sees what's beneath it: control, manipulation, and entrapment. You must pause. Review what's being asked of you. Any contract, conversation, or commitment made under pressure must be delayed for at least 7 days. Type Amen to get blessing 2677. This woman in white once stood beside your grandmother. Her presence is generational. She's been a guardian of your family, particularly of those with spiritual light. She has returned because your light is needed in a bigger fight, but you cannot engage in what you were born for while distracted by traps. That is why she's fighting to warn you even now. Even as you read this, the moment she appeared in your dream, you were marked for divine protection. But protection is a partnership. She cannot do it alone. You must step into alertness now, and prepare for what is shifting in your environment. Type Amen to get blessing 3820. 2 people who once envied your calm and presence are growing restless again. They had once tried something against you, but it failed. They are revisiting that plan, and the woman in white is watching over the room where it's being discussed. This week, you'll notice unusual behaviors, odd questions, fake support, or sudden interest in things they never cared about before. That's not affection, it's strategy. Archangel Michael says, this is your season to remember who you are and what you carry. You are not just a target, you are a chosen one, and that always comes with spiritual interference. Type Amen to get blessing 1440. The dream may return again tonight. If it does, stay calm. Do not run from the woman in white. Walk toward her this time. She will show you a key. She may not speak with words but with symbols, an object, a hand gesture, or a repeated number. You must remember it when you wake. Write it down, don't delay. That symbol is connected to the place or person where the trap is being formed. Type Amen to get blessing 5122. She is not trying to scare you, she is trying to save your timeline. You are meant to step into something massive in the coming month, but if you fall into the wrong agreement now, that future will be delayed. There is still time to shift your course, but it requires you to look again at what you've ignored. The truth is never lost, it's just buried under fear, noise, and doubt. The message from the woman in white is, awaken, your soul knows the truth. You must act from your spirit, not just your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 3007. Watch closely who tries to rush you. Be aware of anyone who suddenly appears too helpful, too generous, too urgent. Their smile might be polished, but their intentions are not. A document has already been signed with your name mentioned indirectly. You are not legally trapped yet. But if you do not pay attention, you may unknowingly step into the next phase. The woman in white is waiting for your recognition. She needs your openness to help deliver the full warning. Type Amen to get blessing 2211. When you get the chance to be alone, call to her with your heart. You don't need candles or rituals, just silence, sincerity, and stillness. Whisper, "I'm ready," and she will come. Not in fear, but in guidance. She will place in your mind the truth you need to know next, and once you see it, there is no turning back. But you will be stronger for it. Type Amen to get blessing 4478. This isn't just about your safety, it's about your legacy. Someone wants to rewrite the script of your future. But that cannot happen if you take your power back now. You are not alone. Even when your eyes are closed, heaven moves on your behalf. The woman in white is proof that even when you sleep, protection is at work, but now is the time to awaken and respond. No more ignoring. No more delaying. Type Amen to get blessing 3310. They are hoping you remain distracted. That's why you felt more tired, more irritable, more disconnected lately. That spiritual warfare, cloaked in emotion. You are walking into one of the most important spiritual shifts of your life. If you obey the sign, the next 7 weeks will birth a miracle that cannot be stopped. But if you miss it again, a delay of 21 months is coming. The woman in white won't be able to reappear until the damage is done. Type Amen to get blessing 7033. Archangel Michael says, your dreams are a battlefield and a blessing. You are chosen, protected, and marked with divine guidance. But it is your responsibility to listen this time. The woman in white will come again, but this time, don't run. Don't dismiss. Don't fear, stand still. Listen. And everything will change. Type Amen to get blessing 4000. Her return will not come with thunder or loud voices, it will arrive in a still moment, like the sudden silence before a storm. The temperature may change slightly around you, or a scent from your childhood may randomly enter the room. These are not memories, they are her signals trying to awaken your ancient knowing. In her realm, time bends, but in yours, it moves fast. If you wait too long, the opportunity she is trying to preserve will slip through cracks made by manipulation and spiritual blindness. That is why she stands by your bed, night after night, waiting for your soul to stir. Type Amen to get blessing 8117. There's a reason why you felt strange lately. You've been sensing her presence without realizing it, turning around in empty rooms, feeling watched when no one is there, or dreaming of white fog. It's not paranoia. It's preparation. A critical conversation will happen within the next 3 days. Someone will slip and reveal part of a plan or mention a name you weren't supposed to hear. That is the woman in white influencing events to help you see clearly. Archangel Michael says this is divine intervention disguised in daily life. Do not miss the code within the ordinary. The truth is hidden in plain sight now. Type Amen to get blessing 5888. She has done everything she can without your permission to fully enter your energy field. But spiritual laws cannot be broken, even angels must wait for your invitation. She cannot cross the veil again unless you declare with your soul, I welcome truth. You must say it soon, before the final window closes. The woman in white knows your strength, and she is not there to replace it, but to remind you of it. She wants you to look deeper into the actions of someone who calls you dear. That term is hiding a far colder emotion than love. Look at their pattern, not their words. Type Amen to get blessing 3672. In your childhood, there was an event you never fully understood, an accident, a person who vanished, or a dream that left you sobbing. That was her too. She has been guiding you since you first came into this world. And every moment of unusual protection has her presence behind it. She cannot force you to change paths, but she can create gentle earthquakes to shake you awake. This season is one of those earthquakes. That's why relationships feel unsteady, why your money has moments of pause, and why your heart knows something's off even if your mind says, everything's okay. That's her knocking on your soul. Don't ignore it again. Type Amen to get blessing 6424. You are not cursed, you are being cleared. She's sweeping the path before you, but if you cling to people who are already marked for removal, you will be dragged down with them. That woman in white tried to show you this visually, someone standing in light while others throw shadows over them. That image wasn't random, you are the light in that picture. Her voice is soft but firm. When she comes again, she will say fewer words and show more visuals. You must be present and calm to receive it. Type Amen to get blessing 2755. You are about to receive a phone call or message that will sound normal, but it will contain a dangerous seed. Someone will try to bring up a past event to guilt you into action. Do not be swayed. That person is being spiritually used to derail you from what's ahead. The woman in white has already warned you through one dream, but now she is moving through people and moments. Look deeper. Don't accept apologies you haven't asked for. Don't fall for flattery that comes without action. Protect your name, your energy, your silence. Type Amen to get blessing 3991. Your hands may tingle or grow warm in moments when she's near. That's her touching your spiritual frequency. She wants to show you that you are a healer too, that you have power in your voice, your choices, and even your stillness. She is not just trying to save you from harm, she's trying to align you with your soul mission. A new chapter is knocking, but you cannot enter it with people whose intentions are spoiled. Let go before the damage grows. The people you're trying to keep are the same ones holding the rope tied to your delay. Type Amen to get blessing 5666. Archangel Michael says, the woman in white was dispatched after your name was mentioned in the higher realms. You are not imagining your recent shifts. Your soul is rising, and the dark around you senses it. That's why distractions have multiplied. You are being pulled in many directions because the enemy fears you'll lock eyes with your destiny. And once you do, nothing can stop you. The woman in white is on your side, but your choice will determine everything now. Type Amen to get blessing 8444. She's urging you to cleanse your space. Light does not settle in chaos. The clutter, the noise, the emotional residue from conversations with the wrong people, it's clouding your discernment. When you clean your environment, you clean your vision, and only then will you see what she's been trying to show you all along. She's not angry that you ignored her the first time. She's patient, but the warning she carries can't be delayed forever. Type Amen to get blessing 9910. Her presence means urgency. You don't have endless time to make your decision. Choose your path, and the universe will support or resist based on your alignment. The woman in white is not just a guide, she's a spiritual alarm clock. She appears only when something major is about to happen. The kind of shift that rewrites futures. You must become more sensitive to energy, more loyal to your intuition, and more distant from those who have betrayed you once. Type Amen to get blessing 4100. A door you walk past daily holds something strange behind it. Maybe it's a spiritual item, a memory, or even a document. That door will soon be unlocked, not with keys, but through a divine moment she orchestrates. Don't miss it. When it happens, you will feel chills, even in heat. That's how you'll know she's near. She's orchestrating your awakening. But you must say yes, no more waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 7000. You were born with a unique light, that's why the dark always tries to steal your attention. Your peace, your time. The woman in white knows what's been promised to you, and she refuses to let it be taken without a fight. But her power is limited by your belief. If you choose to ignore the signs again, you'll step into a future written by fear, not fate. Choose again. Listen again, and move. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. Before the end of this week, something will happen that seems like a mistake. Maybe you'll miss a call, or lose a file, or forget a meeting. It's not an accident, it's her intervention. What seems like a delay is actually a divine block. She's saving you from entering the wrong timeline. Don't fight the pause, embrace it. And trust that your destiny is too important to be handed to people who don't value it. Type Amen to get blessing 6321. She will not beg. She will not scream. Her messages are sacred, and your soul knows the truth behind them. So when she appears again, whether in dream, scent, silence, or a flickering light, you'll know. And you must act, because after this, there may be no third chance. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. The woman in white now walks with heavier steps. Her light is still radiant, but her expression carries sorrow, for she knows the doors are closing and your moment of choice is slipping. Her final visit will not be like the others. This one will test your courage. A mirror will crack or flicker near you, soon, even if only symbolically. That is her final sign. An invitation to look inward before looking outward. She is showing you that something within must break open for clarity to be born. Type Amen to get blessing 8833. She sees your heart. She knows you're tired of battles you didn't ask for, and betrayals you never expected, but she is not here to comfort you, she is here to prepare you. The battle you are walking into is spiritual first, physical second. That's why you must armor yourself not with anger but with awareness. Your dreams are a sacred battlefield. When you fall asleep tonight, the realm will open once more. She will try again, one final time. Type Amen to get blessing 5511. There is someone whose energy has grown cold around you. Watch for them. They may still smile, but their loyalty has died in secret. They are giving information to someone else, someone who has a vested interest in your failure. The woman in white tried to show you this person through symbols, a snake, a broken clock, or hands turning backward. That dream was not abstract. It was coded divine language. You were meant to decode it. And now, you are ready. Archangel Michael says this dream realm is not random, it is a meeting ground between your soul and the divine. Every detail has meaning. Type Amen to get blessing 6906. Your name has power in the spiritual realm, that's why it keeps showing up in strange places. Why people speak it when you walk into the room. Why people you haven't seen in years are suddenly curious about you. They sense something rising. And some of them want to attach themselves to your glow, not to support you, but to drain what's not theirs. The woman in white sees them even before they act. She tried to warn you about one particular person, a friend who knew your weakness and used it against you. It's time to sever that tie. No more second chances, your purpose demands protection now. Type Amen to get blessing 9181. She may also appear near water, bathtubs, lakes, or even in reflections when you're not thinking about her. That's when her messages are loudest. Water is her element because it mirrors truth. She has seen your future, she knows the elevation that awaits if you choose yourself fully. But she also sees the trap. A false agreement, a wrong step, a misplaced trust. Before that moment arrives, she wants your soul to scream back to the heavens, I am ready now. Type Amen to get blessing 1033. She knows your childhood wound. She knows the moment you began to doubt yourself. That's where the darkness first entered, not as an enemy, but as a seed of insecurity. It has grown, quietly, through years of silence and betrayal. The woman in white holds a flame meant to burn that root out of your system, but you must let it happen. You must face the truth of what happened to you, and who did it, so your soul can rise without being pulled backward. This is not about revenge, it is about release. Type Amen to get blessing 3700. One letter, hidden in a drawer, on a device, or even in your memory, contains a crucial clue. It may be physical or symbolic, but it contains a confession someone tried to keep buried. The woman in white is urging you to search for it. She knows that once you read or realize what was hidden, everything will shift. What you once forgave, you'll now understand. What you once ignored, you'll now confront. But with that knowledge, your spiritual authority increases, and with great spiritual authority comes new enemies. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Your energy is magnetic right now, you've noticed it, how people either cling to you or suddenly pull away. That's because your light is disturbing the spirits in others. The woman in white amplifies that light when she's near. You are becoming someone who cannot be used, lied to, or manipulated anymore. And that's dangerous to those who survived by dimming you. This shift is irreversible now, the message has been delivered. The next move is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 6161, she has finished her assignment. Whether you accept it or not, she will step back into the spiritual realm for now. But her presence will echo in every truth you uncover going forward. A shadow will be removed from your life within the next 9 days. It may come through a sudden goodbye, an unexpected distance. A confession, do not mourn it. Celebrate it. It is her final gift to you. The energy that was blocking you will be lifted, and what follows will be rapid change. Type Amen to get blessing 5005. You may be tested with a lie soon, something someone says that you know deep down is false. Don't react with anger. Just know. Let your silence speak, she has taught you now to discern beyond appearances. You are being refined, not punished. Elevated, not broken. This season is not about getting everything. It's about seeing everything. Type Amen to get blessing 4323. Your light is expanding faster than your fears now. What once paralyzed you will no longer hold power. The woman in white has seen your growth, and she bows in reverence, not because you are perfect, but because you chose to rise. That is all she ever wanted. Not perfection. Just willingness. You have now entered the chapter of acceleration. Things will happen quickly, opportunities, endings, meetings, divine alignments. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Keep your journal near. The next 3 dreams will be revelations, not riddles. She has left the veil open just wide enough for divine downloads to pass through. Listen closely. The messages will come through symbols, colors, and even people who speak without realizing they're being used by Spirit. Every word you write will be used to align your path. Every step forward will be guided now. Type Amen to get blessing 3113. And now, before you sleep tonight, whisper these words: I receive the light. I welcome the truth. I honor the messenger. Then be still. Let your soul speak louder than your fear. Let your spirit lead, and let the woman in white walk beside you, not in dreams anymore, but in your waking life. You are no longer blind. You are no longer delayed. You are finally ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1212.